I'm David Katz with thepostgame.com, and we are joined today by Justin Forsett, running back for the Baltimore Ravens. Justin, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So the last time we saw you on television, you suffered a pretty tough injury. Can you tell us a little bit about how your arm is feeling right now? And maybe hold this water bottle in your right hand, show everyone how you're doing.
I'm doing well. The injuries rehab is going well. Been doing a lot of work with it the last couple of weeks, and I'm not completely healed yet or cleared yet, but a couple weeks left, and now I'll be cleared.
Fantastic. The Ravens will be happy to have you back. So let's talk a little bit about the season. I know it was a rough year for Baltimore. Baltimore's always contending for a playoff run, Super Bowl run. Last year, a lot of injuries to key people like yourself. What's the mentality among the team and the players for next year?
Well, we got to get healthy, for one. We know we have the talent to be successful in this league and to win games and be in championship games. So we just got to get healthy. We'll come back, and I know one of the problems that we had before the injuries was finishing in the fourth quarter. So we got to finish better. We got to find out. We got to learn from our mistakes last season, and come back stronger and faster.
Fantastic. So you are a Cal Bear, a proud Cal Bear, and here we are in San Francisco. What do you think of this city hosting the Super Bowl? How are they doing?
They're doing a great job, man. I've been enjoying the festivities. I got a chance to go back on the East Bay a little bit yesterday. But it's great, man. But if you're looking for parking, this is the wrong city for you.
Absolutely. Uber here in the tech city that is San Francisco. So let's talk a little bit about Cal Bear football. Jared Goff, a lot of people think he's going to be the #1 quarterback drafted this year. I'm sure you've seen some games. What do you think of his play?
I mean, if those first couple of picks, they need a quarterback, they need to go that way. I mean, he's a great quarterback, has a lot of talent. I mean, even with I know we had some ups and downs with our offensive line at Cal this year, and he still made some great plays for us. So I think he's going to be a great find for the NFL.
When you played, you had some great running backs there at Cal during your years, and you played with Marshawn Lynch. Are you friends with Marshawn? Do you still have a relationship with him?
Oh, yeah. I was with him yesterday. He was a groomsman in my wedding. We were roommates at one time at Cal, so very close friends with him. We stay in touch every day, and he's just a great friend of the family. He's a brother to me.
A lot of people have this public persona where they're a little mercurial, a little strange to some people, but when you get to know them, they're great people. They're not like they're perceived on television. What's he like as a friend to friend?
Oh, man, he's life of the party, comedian. He's always laughing, always having a good time, and a guy that loves to serve and help people. He'll give you the shirt off his back for sure.
So let's talk a little bit about an experience you had recently that I read about where you got to meet Mr. Barack Obama. Is it true that you are now a friend of the president, a friend of POTUS?
Yes, we are besties. We are besties.
And he even complimented you. He gave you some extra inches, right? He gave you some presidential inches?
Presidential 2 inches he gave me. He said I was around 5'10", so I'll take it. That's not, if the president says I'm 5'10", I'm 5'10".
So for all the rest of us who have not been in the White House, is there any special thing that we don't know about? Like you hear about the presidential M&Ms, you hear about all these rumors of special things. Is there anything in there that we don't know as just fans who see it on TV, and when you've been there you see what's like up close?
No, well, so I didn't actually meet him in the White House. He came to Baltimore, so he was downtown in the Hyatt, so we met in a little private room there, so I didn't get a chance to see if there was any trick doors or anything like that in the White House.
Next time, now that you're friends, you just text them and you'll come over there, or better yet, after you win the Super Bowl next year, you'll have a visit at the White House. So let's just arrange it that way.
We'll
that's much better. So tell me a little bit about your hobbies. I've read you've got a lot of different hobbies, and video games, and photography, and stuff like that. Tell us about your hobbies.
Well, I love movies. Netflix is where it's at for me. I can't wait.
What are you watching these days?
I'm finishing up on Sons of Anarchy.
Okay.
Can't wait for House of Cards to come out. Coming out soon.
You know that's shot in Baltimore. They filmed that.
I tried to be an extra, so we had to connect, and I was going to be an extra, and then we found out that it was the last week of shooting, and I just missed it.
Oh, no. Well, you know what? We can talk to some producers. Maybe that can happen this season. You never know.
I hope so.
Okay, so what else are you watching on Netflix?
Next one, I watched Jessica Jones. That was a little superhero Marvel comic, Daredevil. Okay. I'm a big guy in Daredevil. So, what was the Pablo Escobar, Narcos.
Narcos. You like Narcos?
Was great. Narcos and Making of a Murder.
So take us inside the locker room. Are the players talking about these shows? Do people talk about what they're binge watching and getting other players in the locker room to actually watch these shows?
All the time, especially right now when I'm training, rehabbing. I'm in there with Joe Flacco. We're talking about all type of movies and all type of Netflix. So
what does Joe watch? What's on Joe's playlist?
Joe. What is Joe? Joe actually got me on Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Joe got me on Sons of Anarchy.
You wouldn't expect that. Joe seems like a nice, like, even-keeled, level-headed guy. You wouldn't think he's going to watch that stuff, but
actually, Joe is in a motorcycle gang. He's like in there.
You are kidding me. What is the name of this motorcycle gang that Joe would be in? That's what I want to know.
The Flacco Club.
Flacco Club. I like it.
Motorcycle Club.
I like it. I like it.
FNC.
All right, so we're talking Hollywood now. I got to ask you, you've had a very interesting life, very interesting career, many more great years ahead of you. When all is said and done, what's the name of the movie of your life? When they make a movie, 30 for 30, the Justin Forsett story, what's the name of that?
The Overcomer.
The Overcomer. There you go. And what handsome man is going to play you in that leading role?
I'll say I'll take Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan.
He's hot right now.
Yeah.
That works. So tell us a little bit about the work you're doing in Flint, Michigan. You're doing some very important work right now.
Yeah, so we heard about, did some research, read about what was going on with the water crisis, and saw people were bathing and using water bottles and wet wipes to get clean. So I own a wipe company, Shower Pill, Athletic Body Wipe. So I was like, man, let's do something. Let's do something big and support the community so they can have another option to get clean and practice good hygiene. So we sent out like $100,000 worth of product, whether that's Shower Pill body wipes, bottled waters, baby wipes for the little babies. So we sent stuff out there to them, and actually next week, me, Torrey Smith, and Marshawn Lynch will be heading out there to serve the community and just talk and try to encourage.
That is fantastic work. Justin Forsett, thank you for what you do on the field. Thank you for what you do off the field, and best of luck next season with the Ravens.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
David Katz for thepostgame.com.